They're off. And Rearing High Security's completely blown the start from stall 12. They head through the early stages in the big racing weekend on the 10th and 11th of June Apprentice Handicap Stakes. Away well in the pale jacket is Imperial Khan, right up with them Shara Bang, Van Gogh, and in the black and yellow just behind the pace with Emerald's Pride in the orange cap. And they're followed through by Golden Prosperity, the white cheek pieces. On the inside, Star Havana centre pack from Sir Arthur's Boy, who's next in the field, and then deep on the track trying to make up a little bit of ground. High Security looking towards the back of the field is How You Doing. Roman Blaze is well back, so too is Snowberry. They're past halfway and inside the final two. Imperial Khan by a length and a half to Sharabang. Towards the far side, Golden Prosperity. In behind them is Emerald's Pride, and then Van Gogh and High Security in sixth. Then How You Doing, but they're back inside the furlong now, and it's Imperial Khan in front by a length. Racing second, Emerald's Pride trying to get there. Sharabang kept going from Golden Prosperity. Imperial Khan with Emerald's Pride blasting home. Imperial Khan doing enough, wins to Emerald's Pride. It was tight behind. Sharabang to the near side, Golden Prosperity on the inside from How You Doing and Van Gogh.
Imperial Khan has finally broken his maiden here at Beverley in the opener for Paul Midgley and Laura Coughlin. Well done, Laura. Showed plenty of boot there.
Thank you very much. Yeah, he's done that. Brilliant, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going pretty well, and rides like that will keep on going. Well done.
Yeah, thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.
Well, they're off. Over 5 furlongs once again for the Cottingham Claiming Stakes. It's running a little bit left-handed as the stalls opened was Lady of the Gar. Good start up front from Naval Flight. Also away well Travel Candy, the 2 shades of blue to the inside. Mist of Lear out wide, and the pale blue is prominent. Bargain Basement just behind them in the orange and yellow with the black and white nose banded. Bell Star towards that one's inside. A little bit worse than centre pack. Patasola from Chickabiddy. Lastingham is second last, and the slow starting Lady of the Gars at the back of the field. They're through the first 2 furlongs, are approaching halfway towards the inside. It continues to be Naval Flight by 3 parts of a length to Mist of Lear racing second. Travel Candy right behind them looking for room. Out wide of runners trying to pick up Bell Star with Bargain Basement, then Lastingham in the centre. Trying to run on from the back is Lady of the Gar, but up front it's Naval Flight now being attacked by Travel Candy, who's coming through to hit the front. Travel Candy goes on as they approach the final half furlong. Kept going towards the inside is Naval Flight, but Travel Candy is powering up towards the line and will land the spoils for Kevin Coleman and Franny Norton. Travel Candy wins. Patasola through for second. Naval Flight third. Lady of the Gar came home fourth. They're off. They're racing over 7.5 furlongs for the Give Racing a Try Handicap Stakes. A little bit slow to go with Star Zinc, so too Park Street. Good start, Hugo Gregory, the grey horse to the inside. Cliff Cake is prominent, a little bit deeper, so too is Beltane. They're followed through by Culcore to the inside, and then Mercurius Power. Sitting back in 6th position is Special Mason from Sir Maxi. Temper Trap, a little bit worse than Centre Pack, followed by Flash the Dash, who's racing deeper. Star Zinc is racing towards the back of the pack as they take the turn and begin their journey down the hill. They're approaching the final 4.5 furlongs. Hugo Gregory by 3 parts of a length to Cliffcake in the quarter jacket with the white cap. Then the diamond jacket with the white cap of Colcourt to the inside rail. The orange cap of Beltane is next, then Samaxi in the noseband. With that one is Mercurius Power. Special Mason centre pack in company with Flash the Dash, and then Temper Trap to the inside. Till well back is Stars Inc. Park Street is well back as well as they begin their journey back up the hill. Boafo Boy is another one towards the back of the field. Back towards the final 2.5 furlongs. Hugo Gregory still there to the inside. Cliffcake trying to challenge. Colcourt is kept going behind those. Beltane trying to come out of the pack. Behind that one, Samaxi is kept going with Mercurius Power, but not many have got into this. And Hugo Gregory is pouring on the pressure up front as they go inside the furlong. Hugo Gregory with Cliffcake trying to wear him down to the near side. Beltane's in the clear and starting to run on behind. Hugo Gregory in front. Cliffcake is still closing, and so too Beltane. They race up towards the line. Hugo Gregory, oh, it's tight. Hugo Gregory, Cliffcake go past together. Beltane just behind them. They were clear of the remainder.
Cliffcake has won the third race of the afternoon here at Beverley under Ben Robinson. Well timed that, Ben.
Yeah, no, look, Roy was filling me with full of confidence. I've never sat on a horse before. I spoke to Lewis Edmonds before the race and he said he's uncomplicated, box seat him and see how you get on up the straight. Same as what Roy said really, but look, he's a gutsy horse and no, pulled out the bag for me today.
He's a horse that's actually got a really good winning strike rate. It seems like a few defeats on the bounce, but it was only 6 since he'd last won, and he does stick his head in front a lot, and that attitude clearly a good one.
Yeah, definitely, like Roy said before. Did he win 5 or 6 on the bounce? And he's probably been out of form, but he's probably slipped down to the right handicap now, and no, at the end of the day he's won, so that's the main thing.
Yeah, and you were in that sort of perfect Beverley position for much of the race.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Dave got a nice easy lead in front. I just followed him round, and like it pays round here to be up on the front end, so no, it's good.
Another ride to come for David O'Mara aboard Dance Angel, who will need to improve a little bit, but isn't out of it.
No, definitely not. Look, Dave's horses are running well. She's a filly that has run good both her starts, once at Chelmsford and obviously backing it up at Wolverhampton when finishing second. Look, like you said there, she's probably got a little bit of fine on form, but she's here anyway, so fingers crossed. 10
winners now for you so far this year. Obviously, Brian Ellison, your main supporter, but you're picking up plenty of rides elsewhere, and the link-up that you've got with David O'Mara is a help. I know you're putting in the work in the mornings there, but you know, picking up some nice rides for Dave as well. Yeah, definitely. Look, I couldn't thank Dave enough for the opportunity he's given me so far. Like, I've been going in since last year, and no, he gave me a couple of nice winners, and obviously I've got getting plenty of rides from him, so I can't complain. Yeah, well, good luck in the next, and well done already. Thank you very much. Cheers.
They're off. Over 7.5 furlongs for the Skippy restricted maiden stakes. Good start, Man of Arn towards the outside, the red and white check with a black cap, horse with a white face. Towards the inside, Dance Angel prominent in the blue and white. Between horses, right up with them in the green is Sydney's Sun, and so too in the yellow and red, Leap Day. Tiptown tucks in behind those, the dark green with the white cap, followed by Bobby's Blessing in the purple and silver Diablo, and the striped jacket with the red cap at the back belongs to Lady Douglas. There's plenty of pace on here, already heading back down the hill, back towards the final 4.5 furlongs, and up front on the inside, Dance Angel is disputing the lead with Sydney's Sun. A gap of 3 to 4 lengths to Tiptown, who's next in the field, followed through by Leap Day. Man of Arn has now settled back in 5th position, followed through by Bobby's Blessing, who's 3 lengths back in 6th, and 5 lengths to Lady Douglas at the back. Up the hill they come, going inside the final 3. Sydney's Sun to the outside of Dance Angel, just about goes on. 2 lengths to Tiptown, followed by Leap Day. Man of Arn now being asked to make up some ground in the centre. centre. Bobby's Blessing behind those tries to stone, and then Lady Douglas at the back. Up the hill inside the two. Sydney's Son trying to fend them off. Bobby's Blessing looking for room to the inside. Near side Leap Day with Manavan Tiptown between horses. Bobby's Blessing on the far side. Manavan trying to go over the top to the near side. Leap Day is kept going with Sydney's Son as they go inside the final furlong. Manavan just getting the upper hand to the near side, but battling back. Bobby's Blessing on the far side. Leap Day between horses is staying on as well. They race towards the line. Bobby's Blessing, Leap Day desperate. They've gone past together. Bobby's Blessing and Leap Day from Manavan in third. They were clear of Lady Douglas and Sydney's Son, who went past together for fourth.
Bobby's Blessing has taken the older horse maiden here over 7 furlongs at Beverley under Oisin Murphy. Oisin a little bit green, but he's kept on well there.
He was quite babyish, a little bit slowly away, but he responded for pressure, and he would have been an unlucky loser. I feel like I went inside and it was a bit tight. It asked a lot of him, whereas if I had a smoother, clearer effort on the outside, it would have been a help.
It's always nice when a horse manages to win despite learning on the job, so there should be some improvement to come despite having won.
Sure, he has to improve. Obviously, he's quite a gross horse. This is his first trip to the races, so hopefully he can win more races.
Looking further ahead onto the weekend, and a big weekend down at Epsom, you must very much be looking forward to it, generally, including your classic rides, which we'll come to in a second. But a big weekend, it's where you want to be and riding winners. Absolutely.
I was obviously there last year, but without being able to ride, and I have a super book of rides on Friday. Some unhelpful draws, but some lovely horses to ride, the likes of Hulgan and Clochette, I suppose, are two standouts. And obviously in the classic itself on Friday, the Oaks running line is trained very well, and everyone at Clarehaven seems really pleased with her.
She's got a good winning record. She's going the right way all the time. Obviously a step up, but what's your feelings to how she'll fare? I'm sure you've had a good look at the race already.
I tried not to look at it in too much depth yet, but I'm obviously drawn 2, and Ryan has drawn 4 on Save the Last Dance, and Frankie's drawn 11.
And you haven't had much of a look yet?
No, and Frankie's drawn 11, so it's not a massive field in 11. Sea Roses is to my inside in 1. You know, I just like any race like that, you hope you can give them every chance, and it's great to have her to ride. I think she's third in the betting. It's a super opportunity.
And the Foxes as well must have a fair enough chance, having won a key trial for the race that threw up the Derby winner last year. What is your feeling since York about the extra distance for him?
Yeah, I sat in him this morning, and he's in great form. We obviously haven't done any hard work since the Dante, but Andrew's been really pleased with him. I don't know if he'll stay. You know, he's got a lot of pace, and he even maybe shows more pace in his races than he does at home. You know, he's a very good horse, and he's always been brilliant to ride, like super relaxed, so that's a massive help. And hopefully he can have every chance as well. You know, no one is going to complain if he doesn't stay, but it's a great ride to have.
Yeah, 2 nice rides for you. Just very briefly, obviously you've had classic success already this year, but the season is really starting to build now, and Epsom, a much bigger event. Are these the kind of weekends that you missed while you're out, and that you had to watch on from afar, as you said, there last year, but not able to ride? You must just be raring to go again.
Yeah, absolutely. Like when the entries came out for the Oaks Day on Friday, and I looked down through the entries, and I've got a good ride in every race. That's a really privileged position, and It's exciting, and it's kind of, you know, when I rode work this morning at 6 and then came up here and I was at Redcar yesterday, you're always building towards those better days, so great to be part of it.
Yeah. Keep on putting in that hard work. Well done, Sheen.
Thanks very much, Chris.
Just held momentarily, slight problem with War Defender in stall 8. That's it, they're off. They're racing for the Dr. Eddie Moll Handicap Stakes, and War Defender missed the kick. Good start up front from Crown Princess. Poet's Dawn's away well, but the best away is Golden Sands in the dark blue and pink, and that's the one who goes to the front. Golden Sands in front by a length to Crown Princess in the dark blue with the yellow check sleeves. Further towards the inside, the nose-banded Captain Corelli in the yellow and blue horse and a noseband. Poet's Dawn alongside that one in the hoop jacket. And then deeper out on the track is War Defender making up ground. Shaladar, a little bit worse than centre field, is followed by Dandy's Maestro. Cassili is anchored towards the back of the field, and Scotch Mistress is at the back, and she be 10 lengths off the leader, which is Golden Sands. As they go down the hill, they're inside the final 5. Golden Sands by 3 lengths to Crown Princess racing second. Captain Corelli is close up third from War Defender in fourth. Poet's Dawn centre field from Shaladar, the beige jacket with the blue cap. Behind that one, Dandy's Maestro, also in beige with the maroon chevron. Cassili on the inside of that one, and the back marker is Scotch Mistress as they race to the foot of the hill. It's uphill to home from here, and they're going back to the final 3 furlongs. Golden Sands still in front for Ali Rawlinson by a couple to Crown Princess. Captain Corelli to the inside. Poet's Dawn trying to get into top gear. A reminder for War Defender out deep. Behind those, Shaladar looks for room. Dandy's Maestro's under pressure at the back, so to his Scotch Mistress. Cassili's trying to come with an effort right down the centre, but running to do from there. Back towards the final furlong and a half. Golden Sands off the front by a length and a half to Crown Princess. Poet's Dawn is next. Shaladar tries to pick up behind them with Captain Corelli and then Cassili, but it's still Golden Sands trying to fend them off from the front and go pillar post here. Golden Sands in front, finding plenty. Golden Sands goes on to make all. Tight behind, Crown Princess went past with Poet's Dawn, followed through by Scotch Mistress, out wide with Cassili and then Shaladar.
So Golden Sands has got his...
Does his own thing at home in front of the string and leads him home, goes home on his own. I actually jump off him at the bottom of the gallop and just try and keep him chilled and walking back in on hand. So yeah, a lot of things go into him to get him to perform on the day, but it makes it more rewarding, I suppose, to have sort of that connection with a horse, and then they repay you for winning like that.
And in the race, it's fairly straightforward as to what you're going to try and do. And around this track, his way of going is ideal.
Yeah, look, obviously after last time here around Beverley, looking at his form, he'd ran here well in the past. And look, it is one of them tracks where if you can kind of get loose on the front end, I know it's a stiff finish, but you take some pegging back. The only worry I kind of had once I was joked up on him the first time here was I won on him at Kempton, and I thought I've got him sussed. And then the following time he hung off the bend with me. So if he hung off the bend here, we'd probably be in the cow field. So, but no, he seems to handle it well, changes his legs and whips off the bend. So he takes a good bit of pegging back.
Did you manage to get a nice enough breather into him round the bend and down the hill?
Yeah, 100%. Like last time, he was he was very revvy and went into the bend pretty hot, but after riding him here last time and kind of knew how he was taking it, we kind of got into the first kink of the bend and managed just to save down the kind of middle part of the bend and then kick off the last bit. So look, he always shows a willing attitude at home, and once he sticks his neck out, like I say, he does take a lot of pegging back. So probably just saving a little bit round the bend has helped him get home today. But like I say, I think his ability has properly shown today that he's got a good bit in hand there.
Yeah, back fully in the groove now and enjoying it.
They're off. over 1.5 mile furlong for the Hull FC Rugby League Takeover Day Handicap Stakes. Mr. Hines away well, crosses over to bag the near side rail. Crystal Maze is prominent in the dark jacket, silver spots, horse and noseband. Truly Good is 3 deep. 4 deep Lady Ziana, and out wide El Royale looking for a position. McAiley tucks in behind them with Urban Road and Captain St. Lucifer to the inside. They're followed through by Clotherhome, who's 3rd last. Available Angel races 2nd last, and the overall back marker is Hostelry. And Alex Jerry would have that one 8 to 10 off the leaders, which are Mr. Hines and Lady Ziana, as they leave the backstretch behind them. Swinging right-handed down the hill, approaching the final 5 furlongs then. Mr. Hines, the purple and white, to the inside of Lady Ziana in the red and white. A length and a half to El Royale in the yellow jacket with the purple stars. Horse nose-banded. Also nose-banded is Crystal Maze to the inside of that one in the spotted jacket. Truly Good next with the white cap, and then Captain St. Lucifer, the black with the red stripe. Behind those sitting back, Urban Road with Clotherhome in 2 shades of blue. McAiley out wide. Available Angel still well back, and so too is Hostelry as they head up the hill. They're inside the 3. Mr. Hines trying to get away off the front by a half length to Lady Ziana. El Royale drawn 3 deep down the centre is picking up. Behind them Crystal Maze to the far side, then near side Truly Good. McAiley's trying to power over the top. Captain St. Lucifer's trying to weave his way through, so is Clotherhome, but Mr. Hines has got first run here. Back towards the final furlong. Mr. Hines, Clotherhome coming out of the pack. Crystal Maze kept going with El Royale. Urban Road, the white sleeves beginning to dash at them late. It's Mr. Hines well inside the final. Further on, Clotherhome trying to get there, so too is Urban Road, and then Hostelry from nowhere on the inside. They race inside the final 100 yards. Urban Road's picked them up. Urban Road goes on to win. Back in second, Mr. Hines. Hostelry for 3rd. Clotherhome came home 4th. They're off, racing over 1.5 miles for the Hearn Handicap Stakes. Cloudy Rose on the inside began okay. Coriano Ridge up with them, so too Tiberio Force. Near side 3 Dragons, and bit of a quirk. The course specialist wants the pace, and he's moving through to take it on. Bit of a quirk in the green and yellow jacket, then goes on by a length to Coriano Ridge, the dark blue with the white sleeves. Tiberio Force between horses in black and yellow, and 3 Dragons out deep in the maroon jacket with the pale blue triple diamond and cap, horse and a noseband. Settling in behind them, Cloudy Rose centre pack with Jammy in the pale blue and yellow. Valley of Flowers is 3rd last in the dark blue and pink. They're followed by Crossbow in the black and orange. And the green colours, the grey horse Chief Craftsman at the back of the 9-runner field will be 10 lengths off the leader. They're right opposite the grandstands, and it's a bit of a quirk who leads them down the far side as they go back towards the final mile. Bit of a quirk by 3 parts of a length to 3 Dragons racing second. Coriano Ridge is tight on the inside fence behind the pace. That little group is followed through towards the outside by Tiberio Force and then Cloudy Rose centre pack. Jammy is next in the field from Valley of Flowers. Crossbow is 2nd last, and Chief Craftsman still at the back of the field, and they're going back inside the final 7 furlongs. There'll only be 6 or 7 lengths separating the runners now. They're closely grouped as they race towards the end of the back stretch. Inside the 6 they go then. Bit of a quirk in front by 3 parts of a length to 3 Dragons racing second. Coriano Ridge continues to travel on a tight rein in 3rd. Tiberio Force is next. Lobbing along behind them is Cloudy Rose to the inside of Jammy, both travelling well. Valley of Flowers is next in the field, followed by Crossbow, and no move from Chief Craftsman, who's at the back of the 9 runners as they continue coming back down the hill. They've got 4.5 furlongs to go in the finale. Bit of a quirk looking for win 7 on the westward, still there by 3 parts of a length to 3 Dragons racing second. Coriano Ridge races 3rd, followed through by Tiberio Force. Jammy's making up a little bit of ground towards the outside of Cloudy Rose. They're followed by Valley of Flowers. Still well back is Crossbow, so too Chief Craftsman, and now they hit the hill inside the 3. Bit of a quirk, tackled by 3 Dragons. Tiberia Force, Jammy coming strongly down the centre. Cloudy Rose is travelling really well but needs room on the inside. Coriano Ridge is next in the field. Chief Craftsman and Crossbow try to get going from the back with Valley of Flowers. Up front it's 3 Dragons. Cloudy Rose out of the pack. Jammy towards the near side, still trying to finish. Back to the final furlong, and inside it they go. 3 Dragons now tackled by Cloudy Rose. Jammy towards the near side, and Valley of Flowers trying to power over the top. They go inside the final 100 yards. Cloudy Rose has hit the front. Jammy trying to get there. Cloudy Rose goes on to win the finale. Tight behind, Valley of Flowers out wide. Jammy between horses, and down the inside rail was 3 Dragons.